You're really not mucking around with the gear now.
No, we've upgraded our lifestyle. In fact, we've even upgraded our guests. Georgia Beattie here, live from Creative Cubes. Guys, thanks for joining us again on the vlog. Georgia is the CEO of StartUpVIC.
Thank you very much for having me.
It's a pleasure, always.
And thanks for having us in this space as well.
Thank you.
It's a big game changer. We actually did a mapping project of Victoria and we tried to work out where the startup hotspots are. And this like Cremorne, Richmond area was just by far our hotspot, and actually a cluster nationally, the largest cluster. Yeah. So it's a pretty interesting area to be in. Yeah,
we're grateful to have been able to get such an amazing building. We're honoured to have such amazing members here. The reason why we're on the vlog today is you're showcasing female founders.
Yeah, so every month we've themed by industry so that we can really flush out all the key players in that industry. So the startups in the space, the corporates that are in the space that sort of might be aspirationally wanting to do more with startups, investment in the space. And so that when you're during that month, you know exactly when you walk into one of our events, you know exactly what you're going to get and who's going to be in the room. So we've done things like fintech and ag tech and sports tech and all sorts of obviously tech scalable.
Josh and I from corporate advice, we do this every Wednesday. We talk about this week in startups. Mm-hmm. Very informal. Some of the stuff is very opinionated on either his opinion or mine. Mm-hmm. Fintech. Australia and fintech, we stand a chance to be number one globally. Yeah. Do you have any intel insights? You're closer to it than I am. I'm not really in fintech.
Do you know, I'm a bit of a generalist, and my background's more on sort of ag and manufacturing and that sort of side and products. So fin this year is like relatively new to me, but it's really interesting when you compare our capabilities here in Australia to globally what's happened and sort of what's happening in other ecosystems, I guess. And there's the competencies and collaboration that's happening and investment, the willingness for sort of venture capital in the space is really interesting. Yeah. And this has really only happened from, how I understand it, in the last sort of 2.5 years. Yeah. So we've just gone absolutely gangbusters. And Australians criticised our entrepreneurial community a lot. It's sort of like, when we compare ourselves to places like the States and Israel, which are the sort of, it's absolutely unfair to compare ourselves there. But if you have a look at what's happened in the last, say 5 years, but more particularly 3 years, where you've just gone like this. Yep. It went from like being a dirty word, entrepreneurship, to now a viable career choice, where parents are like, trying to get creativity out of their kids rather than accounting.
Very interesting. I want to stay on topic, but no, not at all. But, and I'm scared that we're not going to go on topic because you've just opened a can of worms for me. You know, as I'm 37 now, as a student going through school, I wasn't really interested and excited about school. And we talk about the world that is today versus the world that was back then. Not that it was that long ago, although it's about 20 odd years now. Well, next year will be 20 years. I graduated in 98.
So old, Toby.
Now,
the average age of a founder is 39 in Australia.
Oh, good.
So you're right.
I'm ahead of schedule. Now, on the next vlog, I'll actually come in with my walking stick. But my daughter's school, and I'm sure she's not isolated, I'm sure this is curriculum now, but I've only experienced it through Maddie's school. They do this open learning, and they're all about trying to foster the individual rather than drive a curriculum through.
Yeah, fantastic.
And I love it. I really wish.
Rather than doing like cookie cutter.
And you know, rows of chairs. Like if my daughter is interested in, for argument's sake, technology. She's 6 years old. Let's put some.
You like force this upon her though, so.
Maybe.
Joking.
No. Maybe. Definitely. No, I don't force her. But she's able to learn about maths using tech, and if she's into sport, they'll teach her using maybe a basketball. But sports as the tools to get the curriculum over the line, as opposed to forcing her to sit in front of a teacher, in front of a chair, or on a chair in front of a board, and driving curriculum through.
But,
so,
I mean, that's changed dramatically because the teacher used to have all the information, where now it's sort of the teacher's just trying to facilitate getting the most out of it.
100%. It's amazing. But we came on the show today to talk about female founders. You've been broadcasting this. I've been watching you do it on Twitter.
Yeah, so last week I was at a guy named Kish. Have you met Kish? He's the entrepreneur in residence at Monash, but he's also like a kick-ass startup guy. I was catching up with him and he's like, hey, you know what would be really cool is if you featured a female founder every day. And the next day I was at this Entrepreneur of the Year lunch that was run by EY. And a good girlfriend of mine who I actually went through the Springboard Accelerator program with, it's not really an accelerator, but it's a female sort of getting ready to raise capital thing. Alison Hardacre from HealthKit. And so her, like Alison.
They just raised two and a half?
They did. I mean, they've got like 4 or 6% of the global med market. Like it's just ridiculous. She's kicking goals, and she speaks like 7 languages. Anyway, she's just rude.
I know. Was she had me like I was just in awe of her and her skills and her knowledge, and I was struggling to like compute and keep up with her.
Yeah, but she doesn't talk about this stuff. Like she won't sit in front of you and say, "Do you realise that I'm really good at this?" She'll just tell you what you need to hear at the time. Right. So anyway, I was sitting there at lunch and she was on stage talking about her journey as an entrepreneur, and so I decided, right, I'm just going to start this video thing now, because I don't blog, and I don't do, apart from my like social life, which I'm cutting down on social media, I don't do a lot of communication about sort of thought leadership and those sorts of things. So this is my first swing at it, so that's been interesting. But I just thought I'd grab her at the time, so rather than procrastinate on this, just start the video. And so we actually filmed one at GB, which is where the lunch was. And it's just going absolutely gangbusters.
I saw it.
And I'm sick of, whether it's the investment community or just general, just the community full stop. Talking about how there's not enough females in the space, and there actually are some ridiculous females in the space, but they don't put their hand up and say, I'm really good at this, and they're not sort of out there spruiking themselves. They're just doing the work, and they're going back to their families. So that's all that matters. And so I'm sort of putting the spotlight on them, and so we're doing one every month. And so I encourage anyone that's a female founder. It's open to any stage. It's just about putting the spotlight on females and what they're doing in a variety of businesses.
Cool. And as a call to action, is there somewhere they go to let everyone know?
So what we want to hear, and you'll see this on the format, if you go to the Instagram, it's Female Founders Oz, AUS.
I'll link it in the description below.
That would be awesome. And so what we want to hear, you've only got 20 seconds. I want to hear name, company, and your secret weapon as a female founder. And so what we find that these women going into businesses have these a particular weapon that they don't talk about, but they use every day in their business. And so it really sets them apart from from other competitors in their landscape. So what we're just really wanting to showcase that. Yeah. So we're doing one every month, but to be honest, this has had such a following.
Month or week?
One every day.
Yeah.
But I think we're going to, and so we're doing that just for this month. But I think we're going to keep doing it because it's just like this, showcase of what everyone's doing. It's almost a reference point for me, and I can say Alison was actually a #1 founder, so you can go and have a look at her. We've got Jane Martino, who's now at Unlocked, but has previously done Smiling Mind and a couple of other startups. She's going to be featured this week. Naomi Simpson will be on there. I think on the weekend. She's filming today. She's filming tomorrow. But we're sort of just getting all of these. It's like whether you're an experienced, well-seasoned entrepreneur, sort of sending a lift down for the community, to the up-and-comers, I'm doing this, it's an idea. And I've thrown myself in full time. We just want to support these people that are making the dive into entrepreneurship.
Love it. I'll put all the description stuff in the links below. Is there anyone we want to call out specifically?
That I haven't touched already.
Yeah.
Well, I don't. All I am is putting this together. I want the community to say, I'd love to hear if there's a certain person that you would like me to hunt down, because there's really, within the Startup Victoria community, there's people take to us well. So if we ask for something, it's amazing how the response we get.
Sure.
So if there's a certain person that you want to hear from, throw it up underneath here, and Toby will forward it on to me, and I will make it my mission to get them.
There you go.
And usually we've got this fantastic female community, and so I'm making this intentionally national, even though we're Victoria. But it's intentionally national to really pull everyone together, so that I know, what are the startups that are happening in Darwin at the moment, and some of the deals that we're doing down here. How can that help, leverage what they're doing?
Totally.
So it's about sort of collaboration and transparency, and sending the lift out, helping each other grow.
I love that. So you've heard it straight from Georgia. I'll put all of the credentials in the description below. Now, again, talk about like almost a fish out of water. You and I are on a panel, fireside chat next week.
Next Wednesday night,
Plato,
right here.
Plato project here at Creative Cubes on level 4. The crew at Plato Project are putting together a fireside chat. I didn't even know how I ended up on the same stage as you. But
that's not, haha, Toby. But it's here in Richmond, and if you haven't already come to check out Creative Cubes and StartUpVIC, it's a great time to come and say hi.
Yeah, so I'll put the link to where the tickets are, so you can click purchase from Eventbrite. We'll see you here. Stay tuned. Female founders, get up. Let's go.
Thanks for having me, guys.
All right, guys. Thank you.